The Great Sea Serpent has been a subject of mystery and intrigue for centuries. Tales of this elusive creature, which date back to biblical times, tell of terrorizing encounters, including incidents of sailors being snatched from the deck and swallowed whole, to entire vessels being totally destroyed by mysterious leviathans from the deep. One of the earliest recorded encounters subsequent to biblical references occurred in Greenland in 1734. While aboard a ship called the Eagle, the Reverend Hans Egede, a Danish-Norwegian clergyman and explorer, gave a description of a sea serpent witnessed by him and his crew. In his journal he wrote, "On the 6th of July, 1734, there appeared a very large and frightful sea monster, which raised itself so high out of the water that its head reached above our mainmast top. It had a long sharp snout, and spouted water like a whale, and very broad flappers. The body seemed to be covered with scales, and the skin was uneven and wrinkled, and the lower part was formed like a snake. After some time the creature plunged backwards into the water, and then turned its tail up above the surface, a whole ship length from the head." Egede also described the creature as being, quote, "as thick or bulky as the ship, and 3 or 4 times as long." One of Egede's comrades, a missionary called Bing, noted the creature as having reddish eyes which, quote, "burned almost with fire." On the 6th of August 1848, Captain McQuay of the HMS Daedalus and several of his officers and crew saw a serpent which was later reported in the Times newspaper. The vessel cited what they described as an enormous serpent between the Cape of Good Hope and St. Helena. The serpent was witnessed with 1.2 meters or 4 feet of its head above the water, and they believed that there was another 18 meters or 60 feet of the creature in the sea. Captain McQuay also said, quote, "The creature passed rapidly, but so close under our lee quarter that had it been a man of my acquaintance, I should have easily recognized his features with the naked eye." According to several members of the crew, it remained in view for around 20 minutes. Another officer wrote that the creature resembled more of a lizard than a serpent. A year later, a report was published in the Illustrated London News on the 14th of April, 1849, of a sighting of a sea serpent off the Portuguese coast by HMS Plumper. An unidentified naval officer was quoted as saying, "On the morning of the 31st of December, 1848, due west of Oporto, I saw a long black creature with a sharp head moving slowly. I should think about 2 knots. Its back was about 20 feet, if not more, above the water, and its head, as near as I could judge, from 6 to 8. There was something on its back that appeared like a mane, and as it moved through the water, kept washing about. But before I could examine it more closely, it was too far astern." In January 1879, the British steamship City of Baltimore sighted a serpentine creature in the Gulf of Aden between Yemen and what is now called Djibouti. The sighting was made by Major H.W.I. Senior of the Bengal Staff Corps, who provided an accompanying sketch of the creature. He stated, quote, "I observed a long black object abeam of the ship's stern on the starboard side at a distance of about 3/4 of a mile, darting rapidly out of the water and splashing in again with a noise distinctly audible, and advancing nearer at a rapid pace. In a minute it had advanced to within half a mile and was distinctly recognizable as the veritable sea serpent. So rapid were its movements that when it approached the ship's wake I seized a telescope but could not catch a view, as it darted rapidly out of the field of the glass before I could see it." The head and neck, about 2 feet in diameter, rose out of the water to a height of about 20 or 30 feet, and the monster opened its jaws wide as it rose, and closed them again as it lowered its head and darted forward for a dive. The body was not visible at all, and must have been some depth under the water, as the disturbance on the surface was too slight to attract notice, although occasionally a splash was seen at some distance behind the head. The shape of the head was not unlike the pictures of the dragon I have often seen.
Von Schottland rüber nach Irland gibt es so eine Meeresströmung. Mein Trick war, mich in dieser Meeresströmung einfach treiben zu lassen. Jedes feindliche Boot, das aus Loch Foyle kam, musste diese Meeresströmung kreuzen. Und dann, zack. Das war im Sommer 1942. Die See war ungewöhnlich ruhig. Da hörten wir ein Geräusch, wie ich es noch nie gehört hatte. Es war eigentlich fast schon Musik, aber nicht schöne Musik. Und dann hören wir so ein Schubgeräusch. Und das Boot beginnt enorm zu schütteln. Irgendetwas, also ein Tier oder ein Ding, saß da auf unserem Boot und zwang uns immer tiefer. Aber was? Und dann beginnt das Boot gewaltig zu rollen und immer mehr zu sinken. Also diese Kreatur zwingt uns immer tiefer. Ich gab Befehl, die Motoren anzuwerfen, um aufzutauchen. Mein einziger Gedanke war, so schnell wie möglich zurück an die Oberfläche. Aber diese Kreatur, die da auf unserem Bug saß, zwang uns mit noch größerer Kraft wieder hinunter. Ich stürze ans Periskop, ich will sehen, was uns da umbringt. Aber das Boot schüttelt so hin und her, dass es fast unmöglich ist zu stehen. Ich klammere mich an das Periskop und starre hindurch und ich sehe jetzt dunkel. Wir waren schon zu tief. Schon zu tief. Ja. Blieben nur noch die Torpedos. Wenn das Ding auf unserem Bug saß, dann musste ein gefeuerter Torpedo es treffen. Das einzige Risiko war, wenn die Torpedorohre blockiert waren, dann würde der Torpedo im Rohr explodieren. Rohrkrepierer, verstehen Sie? Aber wir hatten keine andere Rettung, wir hatten keine andere Chance. Wir mussten es riskieren. Ich gebe also Befehl, den Torpedo zu feuern. Und wir feuern den Torpedo. Und im selben Moment richtet sich das Boot wieder auf, als ob eine Riesenlast von ihm entfernt worden war. Und dieses Geräusch, diese Musik, beginnt auch wieder. Aber diesmal entfernt sie sich von uns, sozusagen hinter dem Torpedo her. Und jetzt kommt das Verrückteste, sage ich Ihnen. Wie wir aufgetaucht sind, zeigt einer meiner Männer auf etwas im Wasser. Da schwimmt in den Wellen unser Torpedo. Unglaublich. Ja, genau. Wir hatten das Torpedo befeuert. Wenn es nichts getroffen hätte, müsste es jetzt kilometerweit entfernt sein. Aber da lag es so. Naja, wir haben es aufgefischt und es genau untersucht. Und das fanden wir da. In die Mitte des Torpedos, also ringsherum, waren überall diese Spuren. So wie unser einer, wenn man sich so in den Finger beißt. Bissspuren? Bissspuren. Aber ich sage Ihnen, da braucht man ein ganz schönes Gebiss, um diese Spuren zu hinterlassen. In Stahl. Ne?
Und haben Sie das Torpedo behalten?
Na, ich wollte es natürlich. Vielleicht, dass Wissenschaftler uns erklären könnten, was uns da besucht hatte. Aber es war Krieg. Munition war knapp.
Was ist denn dann damit passiert?
Soweit ich mich erinnere, haben wir es dazu benutzt, um einen amerikanischen Truppentransport zu versenken.
Schade.
Ja, tat mir auch leid.